Opik is an open source LLM evaluation platform built by the Comet team. In this video, we'll cover how to log traces to the platform, how to automate the evaluation process of your LLM applications, and how to monitor them in production. Tracing is at the core of the platform and allows you to monitor the inputs and outputs of your LLM application. In this case, we can see the summary that has been generated by our LLM. In addition to being able to see the input and the output, you can deep dive into each step of your LLM chain, and Opik even keeps track of the number of tokens and the cost automatically for you. Once I have reviewed the input and the output of this particular trace, I can annotate it directly from the UI. Logging traces to the Opik platform is super simple. You can either use our Python SDK or our REST API. Let's take a step back and see how you can automate the evaluation process of your LLM application. As a first step, we will create a dataset that contains a link to 9 different papers that we would like to summarize. As you can see here, we keep track of the title and the PDF URL. What we can now do is we can try out different prompt templates for the summarization task and measure its effectiveness on the examples saved in the dataset. You can see here that we have different prompt templates that have been performing better and better as we iterate on them, especially on the summary concisiveness score. I can deep dive into one of these experiments and review the summaries that have been created. I can even deep dive into the trace and look at all of the different steps that were taken in order to arrive at this final summary. I often don't try just one prompt template, but multiple, and so I can go here into the compare option, select another experiment, and compare the summaries generated by each prompt template side by side. I can click into here, and I can even annotate it through the UI. Keeping track of just the summaries that are generated for each dataset item is useful, but not enough. I can jump into the configuration tab here, show the differences between the two prompts, and see exactly how the prompt template has changed between the two iterations of my experiment. Once you are ready to deploy this particular prompt template to production, you can use our prompt library to keep track of all the different versions that you have deployed in production. Once your summarization LLM application is in production, you can jump back to the tracing project and save every summary in the platform and see aggregate performance scores within the trace table itself, or track them over time in the metrics tab. Opik is available today using the self-hosted version or through the Opik Cloud offering that includes a very generous free tier.